Deep in the Himalayas, at 16,000 feet above sea level, there lies a frozen lake that holds one of the most disturbing mysteries on Earth. Every summer, when the ice melts, hundreds of human skeletons suddenly appear, scattered around the water like a silent army of the dead. Who were these people? How did they reach such a dangerous place? And what kind of force killed them, all at the exact same time? Today, we uncover the chilling truth behind Roopkund, India's lake of 800 skeletons. Roopkund sits in one of the most remote and unforgiving parts of India, Uttarakhand. This is not a place ordinary people ever reach. The air is thin, temperatures drop below freezing, and storms can appear out of nowhere. Reaching the lake requires a brutal trek through glaciers, steep cliffs, and icy winds. But the real danger begins when the ice melts. The mystery started in 1942 during World War II. A British forest ranger was patrolling this region when he looked down at the lake and froze in shock. Inside the clear water, he didn't see fish. He saw skulls, dozens of skulls, hundreds of bones. The British feared the worst. They believed Japan had invaded India, and these were the bodies of fallen soldiers. But when the remains were studied, a terrifying truth came out. These people didn't die recently. They had been dead for almost 1,000 years. And the more investigators looked, the stranger things became. There wasn't just one skeleton or one group. There were men, women, and even children. Some bodies still had flesh attached when they were found. Some had jewelry and wooden weapons. Others carried musical instruments. But the most disturbing detail: every skull had the same round fracture, as if something smashed their heads from above. Some theory says a lost army. Researchers first thought this might be a forgotten army that lost its way in the mountains, but soldiers usually leave behind weapons, armor, or signs of battle. Here, there were none, and some say a mass suicide or ritual. Another theory suggested a religious ritual gone wrong, but the wounds on the skulls didn't match self-inflicted harm. And some humor says a royal disaster. One legend claims a royal group, King Justawal, his pregnant queen, and their dancers, traveled to a sacred peak. They were warned by locals not to take musicians into the holy mountains, but the king ignored the warning. The legend says the mountain goddess became furious and punished them with a storm of death from the sky. Pause. A beautiful story. But could nature really kill people with such precision? To finally uncover the truth, scientists from India, Germany, and the United States launched a massive research mission. They collected DNA, analyzed the bones, studied weather patterns, and even scanned the lake floor. What they found was unbelievable. The biggest surprise came from DNA testing in 2019. The skeletons did not come from one group. Some belonged to ancient Indians, but others traced back to the Mediterranean, regions like Greece and Crete. Why were Greek-like travelers in the Himalayas 1,000 years ago? How did they survive the journey? And why did they all die here together? No one had answers. After years of research, one explanation finally made sense. The round fractures on the skulls matched injuries caused by massive hailstones. Imagine hail the size of baseballs falling from the sky at over 100 kilometers per hour. In the open mountains with no shelter, a hailstorm like that could kill instantly. Scientists believe that a sudden, violent storm may have trapped a large group of travelers on the mountain and ended their lives in minutes. But even this theory leaves behind huge questions. Why were people from different continents traveling together? Where were they going? Why did they choose one of the most dangerous routes in the Himalayas? And most importantly, why do more skeletons keep appearing every few years? As if the mountain is still hiding secrets. Some believe it was nature. Some believe it was fate. Some believe the mountains keep their own history and only reveal it one skeleton at a time. Roopkund Lake remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries on the planet. Would you ever visit the Lake of Skeletons? If you enjoyed this journey into India's real mysteries, hit that subscribe button and join us for more incredible stories from around the world. This is Timecraft Animated, where reality is stranger than